Brings up 2nd and 15 for Kelly and company. They send 2 receivers right, 1 left. Kelly takes the snap gun shot. He's going to throw it. It's going to fall incomplete. Lots of pressure there from this Saints defensive line. Vincent Walker all in Kelly's face.
Yeah, Kelly looks a little short on his passes here earlier in the game, Chris. Last week he was very efficient. Only, I think he had 3 or 4 incompletions the entire game, and so far looks a little bit rusty in this first series.
Eagles not able to get past that 5-yard penalty here. Brings up 3rd and 15. Kelly with 2 receivers right. It's the wide side of the field. He goes under center. Takes. Gives. Out across the middle. Nothing doing there. He'll pick up just 2 out to the 20. Kevon Johnson is the running back. He picks up just a couple. That'll bring up 4th and longer punting situation for the Eagles. Good defensive stand there by the Saints.
Good stand, and again, that delay penalty, I think, really handcuffed the offense. You know, when you're 1st and 15, really kind of changed the whole dynamic and gives the Saints a chance at an early look on offense here.
Omar Beltran's going to boot it away here for the Eagles. Oh, almost blocked. It wasn't a good punt. It's going to take an Eagle bounce, and it's just going to die at the Eagle 45.
39, Tyler Haas kick.
Kick that Tyler Haas on the boot there for the Eagles. And they'll spot him down at the, looks like they'll give him the 44-yard line of Robert Morris. So that's where the Saints are going to take over. Great starting field position here for Tyler Knecht, who's out at quarterback for the Saints in this first series. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Abdul Hakim is the up man. And Caleb Jefferson gets the start at running back. Knecht takes, gives it to Jefferson up the middle with a bit of a hole. Scampering forward for about 4 yards out to the 40. Bring up 2nd and 6 from there. Good run, good blocking up front in between Ian Williams and Stanley Fink.
And 26, Christopher Compton.
Jefferson a little bit the bigger back of the 2 that rotate in, and that time just power football right up the middle.
6'1", 215 out of Columbus, Ohio is Caleb Jefferson, the redshirt freshman who gets it again, weaving his way in out across the 35. Hope they'll spot him just shy of the first down. Looks like they'll give him the 34.5-yard line. The Saints need the 34. So it's going to be 3rd and about a half a yard here for the Saints.
Gain is good to just inside the 35-yard line. It's 3rd and a short yard for the Saints.
Probably be almost the same play. A lot of power football here to start for Siena Heights.
Alontre Alston checks in at wide receiver, the redshirt sophomore out of Taylor. Knecht takes. They're going to give it to Jared Jordan, who powers forward. Enough for a first down. Still pushing. Out across the 30. That's where they'll spot him. Good run there for Jared Jordan, who gets his first tote of the day.
Good sign for this offense. That front line of the Saints getting a good early push. So far, the running game looks pretty solid for Siena Heights.
Inside, Ian Williams, Stanley Fink, and Zach Irwin are getting a lot of push early on. Knecht with 2 receivers right. Why not give it to Caleb Jefferson with a hole up the middle, out across the 25. Stop short at the 21. Excellent run there.
33,
Clarence Davis on the tackle for the Eagles, but it's going to be a 9-yard gain for Jefferson. Bring up 2nd and 1.
I think that's Andre Chenault, the freshman that was in at running back.
It is. Next going to fake it to him. He's going to throw it out to Bianchi, who just couldn't quite haul it in. Knecht threw it a little bit behind him. Tried to get those big hands around, but couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, that's an easy pitch and catch that should be made, and that time Bianchi, I think, tried to catch it one-handed instead of two-handed and just couldn't bring it in. But, yeah, Andre Chenault, running back, keep his name on hand because he's a true freshman. Coaches keep talking about him, and obviously they got him in here early.
Jared Jordan checks back in the game. Knecht will send a man in motion from right to left. They'll fake it to him. Then they'll give it to Jordan. Out across the right side. Out across the 10. 5. Scores. Jared Jordan. Excellent run around the right side. They fake the sweep man. Jared Jordan runs right tackle over Joe Hewitt. Nobody touched him. In for 6 for number 4.
Offensive line looks fantastic to start this game. They dominated on that drive. Line of scrimmage is definitely Siena Heights so far. A great sign for that running game.
Excellent play call there. And the Saints cash in for 6.
Anthony Secchi on for the extra point attempt.
Secchi is going to try to add another on here for the Saints. Good snap, good hold, kicks up. Looks good, and no, it's not.
Extra point is wide to the right.
So they're going to say wide right. So no good. Saints will take a 6-0 lead with 12:09 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and on WLEN.com.
Siena Heights will celebrate its 100th anniversary during homecoming weekend.
Who is that running back?
Andre Chenal, 29.
Including alumni awards, the theater production of Catch Me If You Can.
He might be the most highly regarded recruit according to the coaches.
I couldn't see if it was an 8 or a 9.
Yeah, their numbers are kind of...
Okay.
But he's shorter.
Okay. Yeah, he is shorter. I thought he was shorter.
He was on, I think, on a state championship team last year. He was a pretty good back.
Chippewa Valley. All right, welcome back.
9 Ezekiel Tulloch and number 17 Keenan Johnson. Deep
Caleb Jefferson in from 21 out.
Number 45.
Gives the Saints a 6-0 lead.
Kicking away for the Saints.
And boy, you weren't kidding before the break. That offensive line looks fantastic today.
Yeah, they came out really with a big push, and that's a really good sign for this offense. If they can keep that running game going, we're in good shape in this game.
Alec Thielen's going to boot it away here for the Saints. And it'll just be a little bit of a squib kick. It's going to take a high hop, going to be fielded, and he'll fall down inside the 20.
Kickoff is fielded.
William Bauman was one of the up men.
The 18-yard line by number
A defensive lineman making a play on the ball can always be a dangerous thing, but they'll start him at the 18-yard line.
Any number above 50, you don't really want them to touch the football.
That's a good point. 12:06 to go here in the first. Saints up 6-0. So Quinn Kelly and company back out on the field here for the Eagles. Now 2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers left. Kelly will take, they'll give it to one of the running backs out of the backfield. He'll cross the 25 to the 26. Kevon Johnson is the back, 5'6", 160 out of Joliet, Illinois. The transfer from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Good run there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Johnson had a big game last week, 140-some yards against Taylor. Averaged about 8 yards a carry, so obviously not a real big back, but got a lot of shiftiness to him, and the Saints will be locking him down hopefully here soon.
When you got a guy that's only 5'6", it could be hard to track him behind the offensive line.
Sure.
Kelly will move Johnson from right to left. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 right, in the shotgun takes. They're going to give it to him again. Saints all over it. Big hit there coming from Logan Smith.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
He'll get to the 21 and nothing more.
Number 3,
Bring up 3rd and 2.
Dave Calorie combining the stop for the
Yeah, that time Calorie, the safety, kind of crept up on the line of scrimmage. They put about 8 people up on the line of scrimmage, and they knew Johnson was probably going to get that carry. And he's quick, but he's not real powerful, so if you hit him, he's going to go down.
Saints fans, I don't think your defense...
He's only 160 pounds. He runs with a little more steam than that, but at some point, if you're going to run into... somebody like Trenton Moore or Logan Smith who's 220, it's going to be tough to move him. All right, Kelly with trips right. Takes, looking that way, throwing. It's going to be caught out across the 30, 35. Taken out of bounds there by Trevon Claiborne.
To number 80, Nicholas Fisher.
And it looked like Nick Stallworth was in on the play there as well.
Yeah, just quick out there to Fisher. Nice little gain, and gives the quarterback, Quinn Kelly, a little confidence here after that shaky first drive.
Eagles moving left to right. Ball spotted at their own 37-yard line, 38-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from there. Kelly sends 2 receivers left. Johnson in the backfield. In the pistol, takes. Fake it to Johnson, looking, throwing. It's going to be incomplete. was looking for his receiver.
88, Denzel Tolliver.
Denzel Tolliver was the intended receiver, but he was well covered on the back end by Trenton Morrow and company.
Yeah, Morrow is a safety. He's rangy at 6'4", nearly 200 pounds, and runs really well. Last week had a couple interceptions, and is a great center fielder out there for the Saints.
Clock under 10, 9:55 to go here in the first. Saints up 6-0. Kelly will send trips left. He'll move Johnson left. Takes the snap. Give it to Johnson, who cuts it up inside. Nick Stallworth in on the tackle there, as was Santungo Reynolds, the 6'2", 260 interior lineman out of Detroit. Good tackle there.
Yeah, Reynolds, one of those kind of short, stocky defensive tackles the Saints have, like about 6 foot to 6'2", 260 to 280 range. That they're really hard to move off the line of scrimmage, and they got a little mobility to them. So Saints have a lot of flexibility on that defensive line.
No doubt about it. And they don't have a lot of beefy guys up front. They're just strong.
They're stocky.
Third down here for Kelly. Looking, throwing. It's going to be intercepted off the hands of the receiver. Gabe Callery comes up with the pick. Coming off Noah Comerford's hands. And number 10 was there to capitalize.
That ball should have been caught, bounced into the air, and Callery, who's a safety back there, reeled it in, and obviously gives the Saints great position here in the 45-yard line of the Eagles.
Now, Comerford was relatively wide open, but the ball from Kelly was a little bit behind him, and as Comerford tried to adjust to the ball, it popped out of his hands, and Callery was there for it.
Yeah, Kelly hasn't been very accurate here early on for the Eagles, and the Saints took advantage of that one.
The Traverse City native comes up with the pick for the defense, sends the offense back on in the field as Neck takes. They're going to give it to Caleb Jefferson.
The ball carrier.
Looks like he'll lose a yard back to the 46.
Dante Morgan and Christopher Conway on the stop.
They'll bring up 2nd and 11.
At that time, a couple defenders leaked from the weak side there to come up behind Jefferson to make that tackle. Saints will have their first loss of the day, but we'll see what they can do on 2nd and 11.
Next got 2 receivers left. That's the wide side. 1 right. Takes. He's looking to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's getting pressured. He's going to go down. He'll actually gain a yard back to the initial line of scrimmage at the 45. So it'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and really a long 10 here for the Saints.
And not a lot of openings there. And, probably should have maybe tucked that in a second or two earlier. He might have got some yardage on it, but made the smart play there and just try to get what he can get.
Nice job, though, of moving in the pocket, feeling the pressure, and able to score forward for 1 yard as Neck sends a man in motion. That's Gerald King. Neck takes, looking to throw. He's getting pressured. He's going to throw it. It's got not nearly enough for a first down. It was caught by
next pass is complete.
Jalen Young.
Jalen Young.
5'7", 170 out of Saginaw was the check down man and couldn't get enough. Saints will punt it away.
Yeah, he took a little time to get going, and by that time, number 33, Clarence Davis, defensive back, ran him down and got a short gain, so the Saints will be forced to punt.
But Toledo native Caleb Meester is going to boot it away here for the Saints.
Kevon Johnson deep for the Eagles.
Great punt there.
Can he get it out of bounds?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
We're going to say it went into the end zone. It looked like it hit an eagle at about the 1 yard line. It was one of those coffin kicks that we talked about that you don't see much anymore. And it was going for the pylon. It looked like it was going to make its way out of bounds, but instead it's going to trickle for a touchback.
Well, it looked like it hit his helmet.
It looked like it hit his helmet.
Am I, like,
No.
do I need my glasses out there?
I don't think so. It looked like it came off
It hit his helmet.
one of the
about
upman's helmet.
About the 2-yard line and
Yeah.
rolled through the end zone. I don't know what the call is. I guess
I don't know what the call is either, but
to get my
if it's an unintentional touch,
my football rule book out and dust it off, because I don't know how that would work.
either way, the Eagles will take over at their own 20-yard line. Kelly takes the snap. They'll give it to Johnson, who can't turn the corner. He's stuffed short of the 20. They bring up second and down.
Yeah, that linebacking core of the Saints starting to lock down on the Johnson. They did a similar thing last week against Olivet Nazarene. Olivet Nazarene had a really good back. Had a good first quarter, but after that, really limited. Saints really make some quick adjustments in that linebacking core.
Clock ticking, under 6:30 to go here in the first. Saints up 6-0. Kelly with 2 receivers left, 2 right, tight to the formation. Johnson's in the backfield. Kelly's going to drop back. He's going to throw. He's going to scramble left, looking for somebody. He's going to throw it down the field. He's just going to throw it away. Heavy pressure there from the Saints. Jermaine Shumper was in pursuit, and there was just nowhere for Kelly to go.
Yeah, Saints get a little bit of push up front this week too, forcing Kelly out of the pocket and really, forced to just throw it away there.
Shumpert is a redshirt junior, 6'2", 225 out of Flint Beecher. And great pursuit there from the big man. Kelly's going to spread them out. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Johnson in the backfield. Takes. Looking. Throwing over the middle. It's going to be caught. Out across the 30. That was a strike that time to the 31. That's good for a Eagles first down.
That time, Kelly ran on the mark Tacoma for a good ball, probably his best throw of the day for a big first down for the Eagles.
Eagles in their maroon pants, white jersey, and the maroon helmets with the Philadelphia Eagle wings on their helmet. Saints in their yellow pants, blue jerseys, and their white lids. Kelly gonna roll, getting pressure from the backside. He's gonna get hit as he throws, and it's gonna be incomplete. Great job there.
Incomplete.
That was Logan Smith.
Logan Smith, yeah.
He was hot on.
I'm sorry, Griffin Sobel was coming around the end.
With the heat on the quarterback brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, Kelly was running for his life there. He had about 1 more second before Sobel was gonna bring the pain.
Ball spotted at the 31, big 2nd and 10 from there for Kelly and his Eagles. Edward Clark in it back for the Eagles as Kelly's going to throw. Big hit there. Helmet pops off from Trevon. Well, Trevon Claiborne lays the wood on Noah Comerford. Comerford's helmet pops off. He does make the catch. He'll have to go sit out a play shy of the 40. Spot him at the 39-yard line. Bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Claiborne, most cornerbacks are more finesse guys, don't like to tackle. Claiborne at 6'2", 195, he likes to bring it. And that time he literally knocked the helmet right off the receiver.
All right, Kelly goes I formation here. William pass, big William pass. 5'9", 285 is the up back. Kelly's going to give it, and he's going to be stopped. What a play there. Looked like Vince Walker was the first there for the Saints.
Number 4, Edward Clark, the ball carrier.
But Edward Clark just couldn't do anything with it.
Trevon Claiborne led the Saint tacklers.
Trevon Claiborne in there as well for the Saints. Brings a 4th down.
Claiborne cleaned it up, and really Walker's the one that made that play. Pretty much got the penetration, beat his man, and caused the key 3rd down stop there for the Saints.
49, Tyler Hass in punt formation.
Tyler Hass going to boot it away here for the Eagles. Callaway back to accept this one for the Saints. He's going to pick it up at his own 20, trying to dance around. He'll only pick up about 3 yards out to the 23, and that's where this offense will take over. So with
24-7.
just under 4 to go, the Saints still lead at 6-0, Doug. Looks good so far.
Not too bad. Our defense looks rock solid. You know, a couple pass plays they've allowed, but really on the running game, Robert Morris last week ran for well over 200 yards, and today they look like they're not going to get a whole lot of traction up front. And our Saints offense had a great first drive, and we'll see here drive number 3 if we can get our running game back on track.
So Neck remains at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. That's Caleb Jefferson in the backfield for the Saints. Necht takes, give it to Jefferson running left. He'll pick up
28, Caleb Jefferson, the ball
looks like 2 yards out to the 25.
26, Christopher Conley on the
Trying to run left tackle over Jax Gassaway. Wasn't a whole lot there. Bring up 2nd and 8.
At some point we're going to have to unleash some passes here, and this would probably be a good time to do it. See if Neck can deliver a ball downfield and get one of our receivers going today.
Gerald King's a blazer. He's got 6'2", 180 out there. He's got single coverage. Maybe you look his way. Neck takes. Nope, they'll give it. Looked like that was Andre Chenot.
28, Caleb Jefferson.
Nope, it is Caleb Jefferson. He'll lose yards back to the initial line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 23.
Robert Morris' defense has made a similar adjustment to the Saints, putting a couple other guys out front on the box to try to shut down that running game. So Siena's going to have to adapt here and put the ball in the air.
All right, let's see what Neck can do here on 3rd and 10. They send 2 receivers right. It's the wide side. Ball at the near hash mark. Next sends Tim Brown in motion, and then we'll get a whistle. Saints will take a timeout. Looking at a 3rd and 10 from their own 23. 2:30 to go. They lead at 6-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and WLEN.com.
Siena Heights University is offering its popular Discover Day for high school students and their families on November 2nd here on the Adrian campus. Visitors will have the opportunity to learn about the admissions process, tour campus, engage with staff and faculty, and hear firsthand from current students.
At the top of the hour at 2 o'clock.
And scholarship opportunities. For more information or to register online, visit gosienaheights.edu.
Hey, when you talk back to me, just turn down that commercial because I can't really hear you when you talk over it. So just pot it down just a tad.
Did you know that Siena Heights has one of the top online bachelor's degree programs in the nation?
All right, welcome back. 2:30 to go here in the opening stanza. The Saints lead at 6-0.
Graduate classes.
Tyler Neck and company looking at a 3rd and 10 from their own 23. And Coach Douglas, what's the call?
I'll do obviously a pass play, maybe either a crossing route or a sideline pattern to Gerald King. I think that's the guy that they need to get going there. He's an explosive guy. If they can get him the football, and it's time to maybe open it up just a bit here, see what Mr. Neck can do.
Caleb Jefferson remains at running back for the Saints. Now they're going to spread Neck. Nope. What do we got here?
I think Robert Morris called timeout.
Now Robert Morris is going to call a timeout here.
They're first.
So maybe the Eagles just wanted to see what the Saints were going to dial up and make an adjustment, but you probably don't want to do anything too dangerous here, being at this point at this position in the field. Maybe a screen pass, something like that.
Well, you know, it's 3rd and long, so obviously the chances of getting first down aren't super great, but you also, you know, you want to see whether this quarterback can make some plays or not. That's a good point. And, you know, being safe is great, but last year he was a redshirt freshman. This year he's got a year of experience. He should be able to make those throws. It's a good on 3rd and long, and if you can't trust him to do that, then you've got some problems.
Well, and once the Eagles get set, you know, it's his job as the quarterback to assess the situation and then make a move.
Sure.
And you know, I think he's capable of doing that. Certainly, I think we've seen it a lot of times. But let's see what they dial up here. Ball spot at their own 23. It's 3rd and 10. Neck with 2 receivers right, 1 left. That's the short side of the field. Ball spotted at the near hash mark. Caleb Jefferson is in at running back. They're going to set him in motion. Next.
Oops.
Oh, now we got some movement here. Boy, it looked like that was maybe Dwan Smith who was up on the line. Maybe got a little happy there.
Yeah, now you might want to think about a draw play or screen pass. You're 3rd and 15. That makes it a little even more difficult to pull off here.
Take the ball back to the 18.
So back him up 5 yards, spotted at the 18. And Saints looking at 3rd and 15 now.
Yeah, basically both those timeouts were kind of a waste because it's all a different scenario now, and I'm sure there's a different play called.
They'll go same formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Neck takes, they're going to give it up the middle, pushing forward out across the 20. To the 22 goes Caleb Jefferson, not nearly enough for a first, and the Saints are going to have to punt it away.
Caleb Jefferson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, when you're up 6-0 and looks like you're doing pretty good job so far on the running game, just stick to that and let your defense kind of get the ball back and maybe get some field position back as well.
Oh, and it's those pre-snap penalties that'll just kill you.
Yep.
You're already in a 3rd and long situation. You don't want to go back any further. Meester's going to boot it away.
Good punt.
Gets a hold of a good one.
Nice.
Going to take a big Saint hop.
Keep going.
And it's going to roll inside the 20, inside the 15, to the, looks like they'll spot him at the 13. Good punt there from the young man from Toledo.
The 13-yard line.
Yeah, another big one. He had a 67-yarder last week, and that one wasn't quite as long. I'm doing the quick math here. Probably 55, 56 yards, something like that.
That's a big-time punt from the big right footer out of Toledo, Ohio, Caleb Meester.
I talk about changing the field, boy. Having a punter that can do that. And really the mistake was on the receiver or the punt returner, not catching that football in the air. He
calling the fair catch.
Cost his
at about his own 25-yard line or so.
Cost his team about 15 yards.
So 1:47 to go here in the first. Saints up 6-0. Kelly and company back out on the field here for the Eagles. He'll take the low snap. They'll give it out running right. Big tackle there. Good tackle there from Trenton Morrow. Kevon Johnson is the ball carrier.
That time just kept following his blockers, bouncing outside. Got a nice 8-yard carry, his best game of the day.
Ed Clark is the other running back who they'll do that a lot. They'll bring 2 backs into the formation. Can be tough for the defense to read who the ball is going to go to, but they'll go more traditional here. Will pass is the up man. Kevon Johnson is the back. They'll send a receiver left, receiver right. They're going to fake it to Johnson. Kelly's going to throw it up out of the outstretched hands of Keith Franklin. Good coverage there.
Incomplete.
From Carice Crawford and Trent Morrow there for the Saints.
Well, that time the credit really goes to the defensive lineman, Wyatt Gardaki. He was in the face of Kelly right from the get-go, and Kelly couldn't really step into that throw. He had to get rid of it. That really made that play. So great job by Gardaki, and the defensive line so far seems to be getting a lot better penetration than they did last year.
Gardaki is one of those guys that has played a lot of football here for this team. Redshirt junior, 6'1", 250 out of Taylor. Brings up 3rd down. Now we'll get a timeout here from Robert Morris. So 56 seconds to go here in the first. Robert Morris will take their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll take a break in the booth. Saints up 6-0. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and on WLEN.com.
After the game to continue your college football Saturday. We'd also like to thank all of our community partners. Check out those signs down on the edge of the track. Their sponsorship helps support all of our Siena Heights athletic programs and our student athletes. To become a Siena Heights sponsor, please contact Caleb at marketing@sienaheights.edu.
All right, welcome back. We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Saints up 6-0. Jared Jordan in from 21 out is the only score here so far in this one. And while the score may not necessarily reflect it, I like the way that these units are playing today here for the Saints.
Yeah, they look a little sharper today. That's what you would expect after the first week game, you know, some practice. Coach Cohn said they had a really strong week of practice and feel pretty fresh, so they look like it so far today.
Kelly goes under center. It's 3rd and 2 here for the Eagles. Takes, fakes, rolling right. He's going to try to scramble for it. He's going to get across the 25. That's good for an Eagles first down. Pretty well designed there from the Eagles, and they'll cash in for a new set of downs.
Yeah, nice run option there. Kelly did kind of bootleg, and the receiver, I think the defense, Stallworth, recognized that coverage pretty good and got out there to the receiver, which told Kelly he could run for that first down. So good play call and good execution.
And that can be tough for a lineman to read, especially if you're an end, and Gardaki just kind of bit a little too hard and gave Kelly enough room to scamper for a few for a first. Kelly takes. They'll give it to Johnson, running left tackle out across the 30.
17
Spot him at the 33-yard line. Big gain there for Kevon Johnson. Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3. Griffin Sobelin on the tackle there for the Saints.
Pick up a 7 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Now it looks like the first quarter will come to an end.
The first quarter of play.
So on the other side, the Saints defense
0.
try to force another Eagles punt. The Eagles looking at 2nd and 3 at their own 33. Saints lead it 6-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WOEN HD2 96.5 and on WOEN.com.
States Armed Forces, please stand and be recognized, and thank you for your service. Also, as part of Heroes Day, Siena Heights would like to recognize all police, fire, first responders, and corrections officers who are in attendance today. Please stand and be recognized, and thank you for...
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Saints up 6-0. As we're giving our first responders and our military veterans and members some recognition here from the Watson Field. Good of everybody to make it out. We appreciate you. Eagles look at 2nd and 3 from their own 33.
Yeah, Kelly hasn't gotten off to a good start passing, but at some point, you know, he's going to get some confidence. He had a really good week last week and should show up here at some point.
They're going to send a man. They're going to give it to Johnson up the middle. I don't know that he got it enough. Looks like they'll spot him at the 35. He's going to be a yard short. Good tackle there from Vincent Walker, the first Saint
Number 4
in on the play.
Led the tacklers for the Saints.
Walker started out up the middle. He cut left. Trying to run over Fred Bush, the left tackle, but Walker was able to snuff it out. Brings up 3rd and 1. Ball spotted at the Eagles 35. Kelly's got Kevon Johnson in the backfield. Will Pass is the up man. They send 2 receivers to the far side of the field. That's right. They're going to give it to Johnson, running right over the 40. Just shy of the 45. That's a big gain, enough for a Eagles first down. They'll spot him at the 43.
That was one example of what 5-6, I think, helped, because he looked like he was going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage, but kept following his lineman and just kind of snuck behind him, got to the outside, and got just enough he needed for the first down and keep this drive alive.
So fresh set of downs here for Kelly and company. Kelly Kelly takes, bumbles the snap. He's got it, he wants to fire it, and now we got a stoppage in play.
Late whistle there.
Late whistle. A false start on the offense. That's the center, Jordan Cruz, out of Des Plaines, Illinois, 6'2", 265, the junior. So that'll bump him back 5 yards, bring up 1st and 15. Ball spotted at the Eagle 38. That was a real late flag.
Late flag and late whistle. The quarterback almost got smoked there by one of our defensive tackles before that whistle came in.
So ball spotted at the far hash mark. They send 2 receivers right, 1 left. Kelly takes. He's going to throw it. Steps in. Throw. That's Johnson. Far side. He'll cross
Quinn Kelly's pass complete to 17.
the 40. They'll get him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Steps out of bounds back at the original line of scrimmage.
Spot him at the 43-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Saints got a little lucky there because Johnson, I think, kind of lost his bearings on the sideline and could have had a bigger gain because there was nobody out there with him and stepped out of bounds because he just ran out of room here. So he got 5, but could have got a lot more.
Saints make a late substitution. Nico Moroso comes in for Wyatt Godaki. 12:34 to go here in the second quarter. Saints up 6-0. Kelly takes, looking to throw, does, going to be caught out across midfield. Whole host of Saints in on the tackle there.
Yeah, Morrow and Stallworth were trying to rip that football out of his hand before he got to the ground.
Reese Crawford in there as well, the backup corner to Trevon Claiborne.
To the 49-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd and 2 here, ball spotted just on the opposite side of midfield here for the Eagles, and they'll be in Saint territory at the 49-yard line. Kelly goes under center in the I formation. And now we've got a flag. Looked like one of the defensive linemen, maybe Garrett Vanover, but haven't gotten an official word yet.
Too many men on the field. The call against
too many men on the field here for Siena, so that's what's going to do it.
And gives the Eagles
And, boy, you just can't give first downs away.
Yeah, if you're going to have too many men on the field, just don't get caught.
Right.
No, that's my view on that.
So the Eagles go I formation again. Will pass is the up man. Kelly sends a man in motion. Left to right, takes. They're going to give it. Good run there out across the 40. They'll spot him at the 40.
Stop made by number 31, Nick Stallworth.
Clark is the ball carrier there for the Eagles.
Moore's starting to get a little push on that line of scrimmage there. He got some good runs the last couple drives. And possessing the football, which is, again, something that the Saints had trouble with in the second half last week. Just couldn't get that defense off the field. And but Robert Moore so far hasn't put any points on the board for
The
it.
ball spotted at the Saint 40. The Eagles need the 34. Kelly takes. They'll give it. Running right, not a whole lot of room to go. Left, excuse me, that's Vince Walker in to clean it up.
Number 9, Ezekiel Tulloch, the ball carrier.
Griffin Sobel
Number 4, Vincent
sniffed it out for the Saints.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, we've called Walker's name a few times already today. He's having a big game, and he's one of those defensive linemen, 6'2", they list him at 200. You know, that's not really a defensive lineman per se, but obviously has some quickness and some leverage to him to be able to go up against those big boys up front.
Our player of the game last week, Cole Merlin, checks in for the first time today. Out of that linebacker spot. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Saints up 6-0. It's 3rd down here for the Eagles. They're going to throw it. He's going to get sacked. Back to the initial line of scrimmage. Nico Moroso in on it, and guess who else? Cole Merlin.
It's like magic, right? He comes in and makes a play.
He's the wizard. And now the Eagles are going to have to punt it away. Big time play here for the Saints defense.
That time they were looking to do kind of a delayed side out pass, and that just didn't have enough time, and Merlin was in there to make that sack, because if he would have had about 2 more seconds, that play could have been a big gain, because the Saints were all in on the pass rush.
Fake, Gabe Cowley, it's a fake. Wow. And it's not even going to be close. We'll spot it at the 30. We'll spot at the 42-yard line, and
number 33.
I mean, okay, I don't know why you go for the fake there. Well, you needed 10.
You can go for the fake, but just don't make it predictable. That was pretty easy to read. And, to run a fake right up the middle like that with the core of our defense, probably not maybe the best play call, but we'll take it. Another key special teams play by the Saints to get the ball back in good field position. So hopefully that gives their offense a little bit of a boost.
So 9:16 to go here in the first half. Saints up 6-0. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Necked in the game with 2 receivers right. Takes, gives up the middle. That's looked like Caleb Jefferson.
That might be.
No,
Chenault.
I think that's Andrew Chenault.
29, Andre Chenault on the carry.
So he'll pick up 2 out to the 44-yard line, bring up 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
Neck with 2 receivers right. Takes, gives to Chenault, runs up the middle, powers forward. Out to the 48.
Again, the ball carrier.
And they're giving the freshman some run here early on.
Game's good with the
I've seen him obviously for a couple snaps here. He looks very familiar to Darius Davis from last year. Short, built to the ground, but seems to have a good burst once he gets through the line of scrimmage.
8:20 to go. Saints up 6-0. It's 3rd and 4. Neck takes. They're going to fake it to him. Neck rolls right. Got a man. It's going to be caught across the 40 to the 35. Taken down inside Eagles territory. Tim Brown.
Turnover 2. Timothy Brown.
And he'll be inside the 35 to the 33. Great pass and catch there from number 5 to number 2.
Very well executed. Neck that time delivered the ball on time and on target.
Ball spot at the near hash mark. They're going to give to Chenault. Up the middle.
29, Andre.
Pick up 2 yards out to the 31. Well, I like him.
92.
He runs hard.
He does, and 5'8", 180. He's got a little bit of a burst, and he's not afraid to go between the tackles. So I know why the coaches like him. He seems to have a little bit of those intangibles you look for in a running back.
So they'll check the play. Play clock at 15. 7:20 to go here in the first half. Saints up 6-0. Neck takes. Fake it to him, and now we got a whistle.
Marker prior to the snap. Preliminary indication is illegal procedure.
I didn't see the flag thrown.
Yeah, both teams have a lot of yellow on the ground today so far.
So back the Saints up 5 yards.
And those little ticky-tacks can really come back to haunt you, especially when you get some momentum on a drive. So now it's 2nd and 8, on 2nd and 13, which totally, makes your play call different this time around.
So Chenault will stay in the game. They'll send 2 receivers left. Pianki to the left side of the formation, just outside Jack's Gasaway. Neck takes, looking. It's going to be over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Looked like he was going for Pianki, but it was even over his head. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there.
Well, and also, I know Coach Coe was down there complaining because the linebacker, Kareem Hammond, seemed to be holding Pianki from behind, a little grabbing the jersey there that wasn't called. But, again, the ball was delivered high and probably wouldn't have affected the play anyway.
Bianchi's 6'6", by the way, so to deliver that one high.
Yeah, if you're going high, you better get it up there because, yeah, he's definitely got a basketball frame to him.
You might have to throw it into the new Performing Arts Center to throw it over his head.
Yeah.
Next with a tight formation, takes, looking left. And he's getting pressure, and he's going to get sacked. Back at midfield. Boy, and that's not what you wanted to do.
Yeah, hung on to the football a little too long, and
Billy Johnson.
They brought pressure around that left side over Joel Hewitt and Zach Irwin, and couldn't contain him enough and long enough, so the Saints will have to punt it away. Keep Meister at the boot.
Down in 24. Caleb Meister in punt formation. Kevon Johnson deep for the Eagles.
Oh, good snap, but boy.
ooh,
That's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. Started off at the 20-yard line.
and Meister juggled that punt attempt there and almost got blocked and looked like one of the defenders got underneath him, but the refs didn't call that and got a good punt. Merlin had a chance again to down it inside the 5 and just couldn't corral it as it bounced into the end zone.
So the Eagles will start it on their own 20. Saints still lead at 6-0. So they'll send 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball spot at the near hash mark. Eagles going right to left. Takes, gives up the middle of the hole, out across the 25 to the 30, taken down there. Von Johnson with a huge hole.
31, Nick Stallworth, and 10,
Nick Stallworth able to make the tackle there for the Saints.
You get Kevon Johnson in space, he's going to hurt you. That time had a real gaping hole up the middle and found some big yardage. Best game of the day.
5:40 to go here in the first half. Saints up 6-0. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Eagles from their own 32. Johnson stays in the game. Kelly goes under center. They send a man from left to right. Kelly takes. He's going to fake the run. He's going to roll right. Looking, throwing. It's going to be caught and then rocked. Incomplete. Hey, remember how we talked earlier about Javon Claiborne liking to hit? He laid the wood there.
Sure did. They're going to call
Now
it.
they're going to call a hit out of bounds?
I think they're going to call it a complete pass. They're debating it because one called it complete and I think the other one called it incomplete. So
That ball popped out. I don't know how you call that complete.
Complete to Nicholas Fisher. Taken out of bounds.
We'll see.
And we'll talk about it here. I don't know that he had it long enough. You got to make a football move, right? You have to make the next move after you have possession. But as soon as he caught that ball, it looked like Claiborne came in from behind and laid the wood, and the ball popped out once he hit out of bounds. It's one of those possession things, right?
that's what they're talking about.
Ruling on the field with
So incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 32.
So they're at 2nd down and 10.
Well, Claiborne definitely made his presence felt out there. That was a nice play, and again, as a cornerback, he certainly hits like a safety or even a kind of a hybrid linebacker at times.
And he's got the tougher job, you could argue, out of the cornerbacks as he plays the field.
He does.
So he's got a lot more space to cover, and he's athletic enough and rangy enough to do that. They go tight formation here near hash mark. Kelly takes. They're going to give it to Johnson. Nope, it's a fake up the middle out across the 40. It's going to be caught. 45 taken down there by Vince Walker. That's enough for a first down for the Eagles. Out across the 45 to the 47. They got a fresh set of downs from there.
And receiver Noah Comerford seems to be able to find some seams in our defense there, run some good routes, and that time Kelly hit him in stride, and another first down for the Eagles.
Clock under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Saints up 6-0. Eagles piecing together a couple first downs here. They send 2 receivers right. Kelly with Ed Clark in the backfield, as is Kevon Johnson. They'll give it to Johnson, and he's eaten up. He's going to lose a yard.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I don't know which Saint was in there first. It looked like it was
Stallworth.
Santango Reynolds on the stop.
Santango Reynolds in there, and Stallworth came in
Loss of a yard, and the play brings up 2nd and 11.
in some relief, and they take him down for a loss, bring up 2nd and 11. Ball spotted at their own 46.
Yeah, you stopped the quick shifty guys, but by allowing him not to get started, and that time he got the handoff. Didn't even get a chance to accelerate, and he was, like you said, eaten up by our defenders.
Ed Clark will stay in at running back. Kelly with 2 receivers right. That's the wide side of the field. They'll send 1 receiver left. Kelly in the shotgun takes. Looking, he's going to throw it. Clark is the check down. He's going to catch it out across midfield. Good tackle there by Cole Merlin. That's a tough play to make in the open field. They'll spot him down inside the 50, inside the 49. It'll be 3rd down.
Pick up a 5, brings up 3rd down.
And looks like 6. Ball inside Saint territory.
Well, just over 3 minutes to go. It'd be nice to get a stop here and get our defense off the field and give our offense one final chance here to score before halftime.
So Kelly with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball spotted at the far hash mark. They're moving right to left on your dial. Kelly takes. He wants to throw. Does. Oh, it's going to be nearly picked off. Heck of a play there by Carice Crawford, who jumped the route. And I'll tell you, he may be running into the end zone as we speak.
Yeah, I think that was Marquise Goodman, actually, the other corner, number 16 for the Saints.
Goodman with the pass breakup.
Yeah, he had a pick 6 there if he wanted. He just couldn't haul it in, but still made the play to get the Eagles offense off the field.
Austin Kreider drives deep for the Saints.
So now Austin Kreider checks in. He's going to return this punt. And now we got a flag here.
Penalty markers prior to the snap.
Looks like the Eagles are going to be moving back a little bit.
Yeah, actually, last week I had a chance to have some dinner with Marquise Goodman before the Leah Crescetto concert, and I had a chance to talk with him a little bit. He's from Saginaw, same high school as Darius Price, as you well remember. And actually, Darius is one of the reasons he came to Siena. He knew about Siena through Darius, and was a high school receiver and a running back, converted to a cornerback. So we talked about that process, and obviously he's made a great transition to the college game.
Darius, one of the best to do it here at Siena. Good punt here. It's going to go right out of bounds. It went out of bounds in a hurry, actually. See where they spot it. They'll spot it at the 25, and that's where the Saints will take over. Saints have 2 timeouts to play with here, and just under 3 minutes to go. They lead at 6-0. So, I mean, I guess you could argue maybe you just try to eat some clock here, but, I mean, you've got a lot of time here to try to get some points before the half.
You know, after that first drive where they literally marched down the field and scored, the offense really is stalled out a little bit, similar to last week. We've got to see if we can make some plays here on offense. Again, we talked about in the pregame about finding some playmakers. This would be a good time to find some. Let's open it up a little bit and see if we can move the football and maybe get a score before halftime.
So Necht is in at quarterback. They're going to give it. Trying to run left. That's Caleb Jefferson, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Well, maybe they'll give him half a yard. Either way, it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yard gain on the play brings up 2nd.
It looks like they'll give him the 26, so it'll be 2nd and a long 9 here for the Saints offense.
Jefferson a little tentative that time. Didn't hit the hole as hard as he could have, and took more of an east-west route instead of north-south.
Neck with 3 receivers left, takes, looking that way, and that's going to be tipped at the line. That ball just died about halfway through.
Pass is tipped by number 44, Hayden Harrington.
Hayden Harrington able to get his big paw up from that defensive end position and knock it down. And that brings up 3rd and 9. Clock stops at 2:11. Here in the second quarter to go. Saints up 6-0.
Another 3rd and long, which is, again, not a great spot for any offense to be in, but for Siena Heights, who struggled to move the football, tough situation here.
Next will send Gerald King in motion from right to left. Takes. Looking, getting pressure. He's going to get sacked. Sacked back at the 20-yard line. And he was just eaten up. They're bringing a lot of pressure on third down.
For the Eagles, Christopher Conway.
The Saints are going to have to punt it away.
To the 20-yard line.
And it looks like
down and 15 for the Saints.
Robert Morris is going to call a timeout here. So they're out of timeouts. They stop the clock with 2:02 to go here in the first half.
2:06. Thank you.
We'll make an adjustment on the clock, put up a couple more seconds. So 2:06 to go here in the first. They take their final timeout. Saints up 6-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and on WLEN.com.
Fans, don't forget Siena Heights will
celebrate a quick pass on third downs, man. They're bringing a house on third down.
October 11th through the 13th.
Yeah,
there are many special events planned, including the Alumni Awards,
with that
the theater production of Catch Me If You Can, and the induction of longtime athletic director Fred Smith into the Athletic Hall of Fame. For more information on these events, visit sienaheights.edu.
When is that? The Hall of Fame ceremony?
October 12th.
Caleb Meister in punt formation for the Saints, and 17, Keelan Johnson deep for the Eagles.
Nice punt.
All right, welcome back. Caleb Meister's going to boot it away. It's a good one. That'll fall
Meister's
just shy of the 35. Put him at the 37-yard line. Good punt there from Caleb.
First and 10.
Yeah, Meister, we have a good punter in him, only a sophomore from Toledo, St. Francis High School, and has a big leg, but also has some height to his balls, which really helped our coverage people get down the field. So, Robert Morris, pretty good field position, but I think that punt definitely gave our defense a little breathing room.
So just under 2 minutes to go, 1:59 on the clock. Saints up 6-0. Robert Morris without timeouts. They'll start it on their own 37. Kelly with 3 receivers left takes. They're going to give it to Johnson, running right. No room there. He's going to be taken out of bounds for a loss. In pursuit there is Trenton Morrow.
Loss of 2 yards on the
lose.
36.
Looks like about 2 yards, so it brings up second and 12. They'll spot it at the 36. Good play there for number 7.
Yeah, Morrow's almost like having another linebacker out there. Really, really rangy and loves to help out in the running game.
So clock stops on the out-of-bounds play. Kelly with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Clark and Johnson in the backfield. They're going to give it to him with a hole out across the 40, 45. Taken out of bounds. Boy, Kamon Johnson is just, he's a quick guy out of the backfield, hard to track down.
You give him some space and he's going to go. And that time he got enough space to get about 8 yards.
Third down and 3.
So 3rd and 3, ball spotted on the Eagle 45.
Saint fans.
Kelly in the shotgun takes, looking to throw, does, throwing right, and he's going to be met by Nick Stallworth. I don't know that he got the first down. I think he's a yard short.
It'll be close. They're going to probably measure this one.
Boy.
Quentin Kelly's pass to Keelan Johnson is complete.
They're going to say first down. Wow, I think that is a generous spot out to the 48. Man.
Gives the Eagles a first down.
Yeah, with no replay review, you're kind of stuck with what's called on the field.
Kelly takes, looking, throwing right. It's going to go incomplete. Wow. I'll tell you what, they're going to throw a flag on Marquise Goodman here. And
that ball wasn't even catchable.
That ball was not catchable. He threw it out of bounds about 5-6 yards in front of where the play was with Goodman and his receiver. Looked like Keith Franklin was the intended target. And boy, they're going to talk about it. I can't imagine that. They're going to go pass interference on Marcus Goodwin. Oh, they're going to call it on Trenton Morrow instead, which is even a curious call.
Yeah, I don't think they got the right number there. I think that was
15-yard penalty.
on Marquise Goodman on the sideline, and yeah, it's a couple head scratchers there. One bad,
Takes it all into St. Territory.
apparently bad spot, and then that questionable call on that pass that was clearly not a catchable ball.
For the Eagles.
Looks like we got a player, Saints down.
Injured Saint down.
Might be Vanover.
Well, they're going to take a look at him. We'll step aside and take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Okay, great. Here's Vanover.
Next in for number 79, Garrett Vanover.
All right, welcome back. It is Garrett Vanover who is the injured Saint, needing some help getting off the field, putting very little pressure on that left leg. And that's not what you like to see. He's played really well
First and 10 Eagles from the St. 30
today and played really well last week as well. So they'll take a look at him on the sideline. Meanwhile, it's first and 10 here for the Eagles after the pass interference call. They're going to give it to Johnson running right with some room out across 35 to the 30. Still on his feet to the 25.
17, Kevon Johnson, the ball carrier.
See where they mark him out. They're going to mark him down
Out of bounds, short of the first
at
down.
the 28-yard line. They need the 27, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 here for the Eagles. And Vanover's going right into the locker room. And that doesn't look like a good injury here.
Somebody moved.
Oh, somebody moved. The Eagles are
Flag expired to the snap.
pointing some fingers here at the Saints, and not a whole lot of rebuttal from that defensive line.
Offside. Defense. Number 1.
Andrew Loria, the guilty party.
5-yard penalty.
The
against
redshirt
the Saints
junior,
for
6'4",
offside.
285.
Takes the ball to the
A little quick on the
22-yard
trigger
line.
there.
First and 10.
That'll give the Eagles a free first down. Move it up to the 23-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from there for Kelly and company. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. Clark and Johnson in the backfield. Takes. He's going to throw it. Looking, getting pressured, stepping up. Still on his feet, running right, trying to catch the corner. He'll get to the 20 and no more.
Kelly and the quarterback keep. He steps out of bounds.
He was forced out of bounds there. Nick Stallworth wasn't going to let him go any further.
7.
Good coverage there by our secondary. Really prevent Kelly from looking downfield. And he got a couple yards, but we have him running around there. We just couldn't catch up to him.
So he'll get out of bounds. 1:24 to go here in the second quarter. Saints still up 6-0. Kelly, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Clark and Johnson in the backfield. They flank him. Kelly takes, looking, throwing. It's going to be intercepted. Back the other way. Out across the 25 to the 30. Big play there. Marquise Goodman.
For the Saints.
First you don't succeed, try again. He got it that time.
All right, I think he's out of the clear now for that pass interference call.
Takes it back
and the
to
one he dropped.
50-yard line.
And the one he dropped a series ago.
That was almost the exact same play. This time he hauled it in and came up with a huge stop there. So the Saints, even if they don't score here, will probably go into the halftime with the lead, and they're going to get the football to start the second half. So nice job by the defense and Marquise Goodman there making a huge play.
Well, that was a long throw for Kelly from where the ball was spotted and where he was ready to fire away. That's a good 25, 30-yard throw, and Marquise able to just read his eyes and hop the route.
28, Caleb Jefferson.
Caleb Jefferson's going to run for 3 yards out to the 33. That's a big-time play from the redshirt sophomore.
That looks like we're going to be content going into halftime with a 6-0 lead.
92, Shane
Not really in a hurry to get down the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Maybe do a little regrouping in halftime, I'm guessing.
Neck with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bianchi's the up man. Neck takes. He's going to fake it. Try to catch the corner. Out across the 25. Lowering the shoulder. Trying to get to the 40. Looks like he'll get to the 39-yard line. He's a yard short of the first down. Long yard short of the first down. He steps out of the bounds. Stops the clock at 31 seconds.
Yeah, I think we're going run
and now
play
I
here
think they're going run play, and they're going to take this into the half.
Yeah, 'cause even if they don't get it, I think we're going to go into the half. So
3rd and 1. Confusion here.
Well, it looks like they may be just running it down.
They're going to run
the
yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. Saints still have 2 timeouts. Play clock's at 2. They'll take the timeout there.
Timeout taken by the Saints.
Now this would be a time to run a little bit of a trick play downfield to try to make something happen. That defense is thinking, well, they're just going to run it
and we're going to go into halftime.
That would be a nice little ball fake, and
fans don't forget to
get some of that Jalen Young over the middle for a big play.
Well, they got a lot of guys that can make some big-time plays. Jalen Young's one of them. Gerald King's another guy. Austin Kreider, who has been a bit quiet here to start the season, but is expected to be a big part of this pass-catching core.
Our offense just hasn't found its identity yet. I guess that's maybe the best way to put it. You know, the defense, we know what we got here. Our defense is spot on, and they're locked in. Our offense still kind of searching around for a little bit of a way forward on this, but hopefully after halftime they can figure out some things.
Next sends a man in motion. They'll give it to Jared Jordan up the middle, out across midfield, still on his feet, powering forward to the 45. Let's see what happens now. Now you got to take the timeout, right? No, they're going to try to, looks like maybe they're going to try to spike this. No, they're going to try to run a play.
Yeah, clock will stop.
Clock will stop to set the first down markers. They're in position. They send a man in motion. Neck takes. They're going to give it again. Now we got a flag. Man.
Penalty markers prior to the play.
And we wasted 6 seconds.
That's a big-time run from Jared Jordan. Good blocking up the middle between Ian Williams, Stanley Fink, and Zach Irwin. Clearing a path.
Yeah, Coach Cohn not going to be happy with all the penalties in the first half.
That's for sure.
A lot of offsides and illegal procedures.
The clock says 20 seconds left. Now they're trying to figure this out here. The false start offense.
Number 3, to avoid the 10-second runoff, Siena Heights is elected to use their 30.
Bianchi was the guilty party, so there would be a 10-second runoff, and the Saints will instead take the timeout, so it'll stay at 20 seconds. Now they'll be out of timeouts.
The 10-second runoff. It'll make it 1st and 15.
Which is interesting. You give away the 10. You keep the 10 seconds, but you give away the timeout. Really, if you can get something here, ball spotted where at the 45-yard, at the 50-yard line. So you're looking at 1st and 15. If you can get it to the 30, you might have a shot for a long field goal here as time expires.
My play call would be throwing something deep along the sideline that either is going to get caught by us or it's going to go out of bounds incomplete. And if it's caught by us, hopefully they get out of bounds to give us at least a shot at a field goal. That would be, I would run maybe 2 straight plays like that, just taking a shot. But again, our pass protection today hasn't been great so far.
Right.
So you can't hold the ball too long, and we certainly don't want to give up a sack.
Right.
At this point in the game.
And even if you throw a ball down the sideline, worst case scenario, if it gets intercepted, hypothetically, you're talking a long field here for the Eagles. So next sends a man in motion. He's going to take. He wants to throw it. He's going to go downfield. Looking, and it's going to be incomplete. Just not enough steam on it there.
Yeah, good idea. But
He's looking for Cody Burton.
Burton was there, but just didn't have enough strength on that throw to get it to him. But I like the play call. That pretty much is what they were doing, is taking a shot downfield along the sideline.
So now you got 15 seconds here. It's 2nd and 15. You imagine they're going to do something similar here.
I'd almost call this same play.
Same play. 2 receivers right. Send Tim Brown in motion. Takes. They're going to give it to Jared Jordan up the middle. And he's not going to get to the first down. He'll get to the 42-yard line. Clock's going to tick down to zeros. Nope, Saints want to run one more play. They're going to spike it. I think they got it in. They did. They got the spike in with 1 second left on the clock.
Or is it?
Boy, I'm guessing.
They're calling it a half.
Wow, he spiked and I spun my head around to the clock and I saw 1 second left. So instead of there being one more play here in the final half, or in the first half, there will be no more plays here in the first half. The Saints will head into the locker room up 6-0. This brings us to the Siena Heights University football halftime show, brought to you by D&P Communications. Now, whether you're an existing client or you're looking for more information and services in your area, look, D&P wants to be sure that our communities are getting the best in TV, voice, and internet services available. Do yourself a favor. Give them a call. 800-311-7340. That's 800-311-7340. D&P Communications, superior service, exceptional results. We'll take a quick break, come back, and talk some more about that first half. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Okay, so you guys have that Nick Stallworth interview ready?
To begin your halftime.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to come back. We're going to just rattle off a couple things, and then I'll toss it to that. Thank you.
Double one. Yes, I'm the plug with the goods, I'm the one. They try to take what they can, but I bun on them. Man trying to make moves, I'm stun on them. With the tools, I'm run. Run up the rhythm, run up the drum like, I'ma do what I want. I make the moves cause I got the jump. Just call me for delivery. They know me. I got sushi. Just call me for delivery. Monday to Sunday, whatever you need, I got sushi. Just call me for delivery. They know me.
All right, welcome back, Saints. Lead it at halftime, 6-0 here from Laughlin Stadium, and I thought Tyler Neck looked pretty good today. Nothing flashy so far, but the only score of the day has been Jared Jordan on the 21-yard scamper in for 6, and then the nice extra point. So Saints lead 6-0, and there's obviously some things that they can work on here at the half.
Well, yeah, I mean, our offense really looked promising. We scored the first drive of the game, marched right down, got some great running up front, blocking up front running, and after that it just kind of stalled, and really it's been a story of the defenses after that. Our defense is making some plays, generating a couple turnovers, again, special teams made a play. We just can't seem to find our identity on offense, and we'll take it. You know, it's good when you can find an identity when you're leading at halftime instead of trailing.
Marquise Goodman and Gabe Calorie with interceptions in that first half as well. The defense looks really good. I mean, that front is they're going to be a force all year. I mean, it's a shame when guys go down with injury, and it was in that first half. Garrett Van Over got banged up. He went to the locker room. We'll see if we can get some word on him, but it didn't look good. But they got a lot of guys up there that can make a lot of plays in that whole front seven. One of them has been. He's he's been a star for this team for 3 years. Started as a freshman, and that's Nick Stallworth. You had a chance to catch up with him earlier this week as well, Doug.
Yes, and again, very interesting guy, as our listeners will soon find out. And a 3-year starter who's got another year left to play at linebacker. Going to be probably one of our all-time greats by the time he's done.
No doubt. He had some very interesting things to say. All right, so I got 17 minutes on the clock. After this interview, if you want to... Hello? Okay, I'm hearing music. Oh, okay, I hear you. So if you want to... After this, if you want to do some scores or whatever, I don't know what you guys do at half. That's cool. You can do that, and then play that commercial, and then we'll come back, give it to us with a couple minutes left, and then we can come back that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the field.
Okay, thanks.
Siena Heights 6 marching band. Green Day is one of America's best punk rock bands from the late 90s until now. Today, the Siena Heights Band pays homage to this power trio by performing 4 of its biggest hits. In 2016, Green Day released the album Revolution Radio and received high accolades. The band proudly presents Tom Wallace's arrangement of the iHeartRadio Music Award for Rock Song of the Year, Bang Bang. The band continues with the ballad Good Riddance, made famous by many graduating classes around the country since its release in 1997. The band hopes you have the time of your life.
Tim, how you doing? Good.
show continues with the song Holiday off of Green Day's rock opera and most successful album to date, American Idiot, released in 2004. The album charted in 27 different countries and it reached the #1 spot in 19 countries, selling 16 million copies worldwide. Here is Holiday. In closing, the band finishes today's performance with another track off the Revolution Radio album. Please enjoy the hit song, Still Breathing.
You got cut because you sucked. Yeah. You wouldn't have got cut, probably wouldn't have been who you ended up being. Suppose he didn't say anything about his dad getting killed and him taking late classes so he didn't get arrested again for danger.
Well, what do you think?
I think we may see Chip.
We're not tearing up the offense, that's for sure.
He's only passed it 6 times. I mean, we got to throw the rock around a little bit.
Over 3 yards to carry this.
No.
Good news is he only got 139 yards of offense. Taylor's defense puts him in models in this.
Yeah.
This quarterback has one impressive.
No. He's done 80% of his balls have been shit.
8-18 with 2 picks already.
Yeah, I mean, 16 of those throws were terrible.
Last week he looked like, Brady on the stats.
I know.
Let's hear it for the part of Siena Heights Marching Band. All incoming 2020 members of the band are eligible for band scholarships. Prospective students are encouraged to contact Mr. Kesterke or an admissions representative for more information. On behalf of Siena Heights University and the Department of Music, thanks for watching. Enjoy the game and go Saints!
First half statistics. Individually, for Robert Morris, Quinn Kelly was 8 out of 18 passing for 67 yards, 2 interceptions. Kevon Johnson had 15 carries for 65 yards. Quinn Kelly had 3 carries for 30 yards. Receiving, Noah Comerford had 3 receptions for 34 yards.
All right, welcome back. Getting you ready for second half action here from Wofford Field.
2 receptions for 8. Nicholas
Saints lead at 6-0 here at the half, and the only score of the game came from Jarrett Jordan on a 21-yard beauty. Ran over right guard, and nobody touched him. He ran in. It was a beautiful play, and got him on the board early. That was the first drive of the game for that Saints offense, and it was tough sledding after that as the Eagles were able to make some adjustments here to the Saints offense and stifled them through the rest of the first half. Tyler Neck, 2 for 6 for 22 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Jared Jordan is your leading running back on 4 carries, 49 yards, and that 21-yard touchdown scamper. Caleb Jefferson with 16 yards on 8 carries. Andre Chenault with 17 yards on 4 carries, and that'll round out your rushing yards. Receiving, Tim Brown's got 19 yards on a catch, and Jalen Young has 1 catch for 3 yards. Alec Thiel with a couple nice kickoffs today. He's got 2 for 50 yards each. Gabe Cowrie is your punt returner, and interception-wise, Gabe Cowrie and Marquise Goodman came up with a couple picks, and those are good signs for the Saints defense. Robert Morris able to piece together some drives there. They were able to secure 10 first downs in that first half to Siena Heights' 4. In terms of time of possession, they nearly got to that 20-minute mark, 18:25 to the Saints, just 11:30. So obviously there are some things that the Saints can improve on here in this second half, make some adjustments. First of all, defensively, one of the adjustments that they're going to have to make is containing Kevon Johnson, who's got 65 yards on 15 carries. He's a little back. He's not very heavy, but he's shifty and he's tough to see behind the line, and that's something that the defense is going to have to really key in on here, is stopping him. They can handle Kelly, the quarterback, Quinn Kelly, but it's keeping that running game at bay, containing everybody, specifically Kevon Johnson.
And I think they've done a really solid job of that in the first half. If you look at Johnson, has some yards, 65 yards rushing, but only a little over 4 yards a carry, which is pretty solid. But last week against Taylor, he averaged almost 8 yards a carry. So the Saints, I think, know to keep him in front of them, and if they can contain him, most of their offense is really behind Kelly in the passing game. And so far, we've won that battle. Our defense, specifically our quarterbacks, have done a fantastic job of really shutting down that receiving core of the Eagles. So the defense is good as advertised. Again, the offense is just, they need somebody to make a play for them and get a spark somewhere, but they're in good shape. They're up at halftime. They're going to get the football to start the second half, so hopefully we can get something going here.
Something else that I'm sure has been stressed in that halftime period was the penalties, 6 penalties for 40 yards, and there were 2 occasions that I can remember off the top of my head where those infractions just gave the Eagles a first down, and that is not something you can just give away.
No, obviously, the penalty side of things, I'm sure Coach Cohn is not happy with. We just got to clean that up, and that's a correctable thing. I think it really comes down to making some plays on offense here in the second half. The defense is doing what it needs to do, and you don't give up a point to a team that last week had about 450 yards of offense, including 31 points. That's pretty solid, and that gives your team a chance to win.
But I mean, that's just staying disciplined. You have to stay disciplined. You have to, make sure you know your assignment and then stick to it. You don't need to be giving away free yards. So that's something I'm sure that was addressed at halftime. Another thing is, with only 6 pass attempts, look, time of possession is a little lopsided, so they've had the ball a little more than we have. But really, it comes down to can you throw the ball around the field a little bit?
Well, I'd like to see that actually, and especially on maybe first and second downs. We've been pretty run heavy on first and second downs so far this season, and again, a first down pass play might be just what this offense needs, and it definitely keeps that defense guessing because after that first drive, Robert Morris, you could tell they were stacking that line of scrimmage after we pretty much ran right over them in that first touchdown drive. So teams are going to adjust. We got to adjust back, and again, you got to trust your quarterbacks regardless of who's out there, and we'll see if that happens here in the second half.
Saints +2 in the turnover margin, and that's something that you want to keep it there. You can take the ball away a couple more times, but you certainly don't want to give it away. And the Saints were perfect in that aspect in that first half. We'll take one more quick break. Get ready for second half action. Saints lead at 6-0. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Getting ready for second half action. That was the Siena Heights University football halftime show brought to you by D&P Communications. And with D&P Communications, you can watch TV on your TV, your PCs, laptops, iPads, iPhones, and Android phones. So simple. Go to Watch TV Everywhere to sign up using your D&P account, or for more information, visit them online at D&P Communications. D&P Communications, superior service, exceptional results. Saints lead at 6-0. They're going to start with the ball here in the second half.
Chris, we got a couple legends in the press box with us here. Obviously, Fred Smith, who recently retired. Who? Fred Smith. Come on.
Yes, Fred is a tremendous man and one of the best athletic directors out there.
Yeah, and just retired, but he's still around doing.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's in name only, but. And then we got, of course, Jim Lyle, our first football coach.
Oh, is Jim here?
Yeah, another legend. So making a special appearance here today. Good to see both of them.
And Jim's a great guy. Two tremendous athletic minds. Kicks away, and it's going to be a short one. Going to be fielded at the 10. Coming the other way, out across the 20, cutting it up. 25, still on his feet. So the Saints will start it. Now we got some pushing and shoving. Looks like they'll spot it at the 26-yard line. That's where the Saints will take over on offense here to start the second half.
Well, we'll see who comes out at quarterback here. Last week we had Troy Kucha share some time with Tyler Neck. Neck played the entire first half. We'll see if Kucha gets it out here in the second. It looks like he may.
It looks like he is. He's in the offensive huddle near the Saints sideline. Nope, and it's going to be necked to start the second half. So they send two receivers right, Bianchi on the left side of the formation. They'll send Tim Brown coming around the other side. Here's a give up the middle. Out across the 30 to the 35. That's Jared Jordan on a nice run out to the 37-yard line.
21, Tyler Mitchell on the stop.
That's good for a Saints first down.
That's how they started the game. You know, real big gaping holes up the middle, and first down.
Next sends Brown in motion again. Why not? Give it to Jared. Pushing forward for 2 out to the 39-yard line.
Forward Jared Jordan, the ball carrier.
Yeah, our offensive philosophy definitely seems to be kind of a smash-mouth approach here.
Game is good to the 39.
Right between Mr. Fink, the center, and Zach Irwin, the guard.
Andre Chenault checks in at running back. Two receivers right. Going a heavy formation here with both DeJuan Smith and Pianki. They're going to give it to Chenault up the middle. So that good for about a 3-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. Brings up
2 yards there.
second and about 8.
Second down and 8.
Yeah, it would be nice here. Switch up the play calling and get a little
Now we got a whistle.
passing.
We got some of the rule followers over there on the far side of the field talking it out. I thought there was some confusion with the first down markers.
Yeah, I thought
It looked like they didn't move them on the first down. Then they ran a play.
I thought Jordan on the first carry got a first down, but then they ran it again, and then they called it first down, but the down marker stayed at second down. So a little confusion. They'll see what they do here. What? Whoa. Now they're moving the first down markers?
Justin,
Now it's third down.
chains. That was actually the first down picked up early. So they're bringing up third down and 3.
So now 3rd and 3 here for the Saints is what they're going to mark it at.
I don't ever remember having the chains wrong.
Yeah, that was a first for me as well. Meanwhile, next got 2 receivers right. They send Brown in motion to the back of the formation. They're going to pitch it to him. Trying to make a man miss. Great open field tackle there. And there was just nowhere to go. Now it's 4th down. Saints are going to punt it away. That was not the way the Saints drew it up.
2, Timothy Brown on the carry.
Yeah, we're obviously a little bit hesitant to throw the football. I don't know whether they don't feel good about their pass protection, but that was definitely a play where they tried to do a little something different, but Robert Morris is stacking the box, the run box right now, and there's not a whole lot of room on the outside for the Saints to go.
Caleb Meister's going to boot it away here for the Saints, standing at his own 23-yard line. Snaps away, kicks up. Tall towering kick, fading right. It's going to take a Saint bounce inside the 20 and then out at about the 17-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will take over. And I don't think that was the series that this coaching staff envisioned out of the half.
No. You know, the first play, obviously, you get a big chunk, almost a first down, or actually a first down, and then kind of 3 and out. So we got to put the ball in the air, I think, on first and second downs. I think that's the key to really keeping these defenses off the balance, because Robert Morris is definitely stocking the box to stop our run game. And if you can throw some downfield passes, have some success, that's where things kind of open up for you.
So pass to set up the run.
Sometimes.
1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Ball spotted at their own 16. Kelly takes. They're going to give it around the left side, running with some room. Trenton Morrow running down Kevon Johnson, who picks up
7, Trenton Morrow on the stop.
5 yards out to the 21, brings up 2nd and 5 from there for the Eagles.
You know, time of possession that first half, Robert Morris 18:25 to 11:35 for the Saints. That adds up, especially on your defense. That's a lot of mileage, and we need to keep our defense off the field as much as possible here in the second half.
So 2nd and 5, Kelly goes under center. He's got 2 receivers right. Johnson in the backfield, takes. They're going to give it to Johnson. Boy, I think he got a yard out of the deal out to the 22. Bring up 3rd and 4. But I think he avoided a couple Saints coming at him right as soon as he received that handoff and able to duck forward for a yard.
He had to do a couple dance moves there to escape
The stop for the Saints.
escape a couple Saints there.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
And Siena's defense definitely locked in on the run game, and they're forcing Kelly, the quarterback, to beat them through the air.
So big 3rd down here early for the Saints defense in the second half rather. Kelly's in the shotgun. He's got Ed Clark in the backfield. He moves him around, finally settles on his right side. Kelly takes, looking to throw. Throws, it's going to be caught. What a catch. Oh, I thought he backtracked. They're going to say that's a 1st down out to the 27-yard line. And I thought he caught that and came back to the 25 and then was rode down right away. But they're going to say forward progress out to the 27. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
And nice pitch and catch there, and did just enough to get that 1st down.
12, Griffin Sobel with the stop. Gain is good to the 27, and that's good for an Eagle 1st down.
Kelly's got Clark and Johnson in the backfield with him. Takes. They're going to give it to Johnson up the middle. He'll gain about 1.5 yards. Net initially there. Looked like that was Nick Stallworth coming down from that linebacker spot to make the initial play. So a gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the Robert Morris 28 3/4 yard line. Kelly with trips right. Takes a snap. Looking left. Looking. Getting pressure. Ball's in his face. Nick Stallworth there to make the tackle on the catch. What a catch there, actually.
To number 83.
By the receiver.
Blaze Griffin.
Blaze Cobb on the catch, and Nick Stallworth was there immediately to make the tackle at the 33. Brings up 3rd and 5 here for the Eagles.
Yeah, the Saints getting great pressure on Kelly, the quarterback. That time he had another person in his face as he delivered that football. So we're getting plenty of pressure up front, and hopefully we can make a play here and get the football back.
Kelly sends a man in motion from left to right. Kelly takes, looking, throwing. It's going to be caught on a slant out across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Kelly threw a strike to Noah Comerford.
Seems to be the most effective pass play for the Eagles today is Kelly to Comerford over the middle. Comerford, not a real speedy guy, but runs some good routes and kind of finds a little bit of seams in our defense, and that time, a little crossing route. Did the job, about 7-8 yards and a 1st down.
8:25 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Saints up 6-0. Kelly goes under center in the I formation. They go heavy right with 2 receivers right. Kelly takes, gives up the middle, and he's going to get taken down. Vincent Walker breaking through the line.
Number 9, Ezekiel.
For a 5-yard sack. Tackle for loss, rather. Handoff was to Kevon Johnson.
Looked like a potato sack he threw down there that time, but yeah, Walker calling his name a lot today, having a big game. Again, undersized they list him at 200 pounds. I'm sure he's probably a bit bigger than that, but definitely making some plays on that defensive front today.
But at 6'2", he's long and can use his length.
And he's quick, obviously.
And he's fast. 7:30 to go here in the 3rd. Kelly in the shotgun, takes. They're going to give it to Johnson, running right. Tackled at the 41
Johnson, the ball
by Cole Merlin.
Tackles by 17, Grant Coleman.
And that brings up 3rd and long here for the Eagles, looking at 3rd and 11.
Both these defenses have played some really solid football today. Both passing games haven't really taken a lot of long shots downfield, and that's a credit to the secondaries of both these teams. Lockdown job, and keeping this game 6-0 here in the third quarter. So really, the defenses have controlled the action so far this Saturday.
2 receivers right. They send Johnson in motion left. Here's a screen. That's Clark. He's going to be snuffed out by Vincent Walker along with some others.
I think the others, almost the whole defense.
I think it was the whole defense in on the tackle.
That's what you call.
I don't know who to name. But I saw number 4 there first, alongside Griffin Sobel, and they shut that down pretty quick.
That's what you call a team tackle.
That's a unit tackle.
It is.
They bring up 4th and 13. Tyler Haas in punt formation.
4th and 14. High towering kick. And that's going to be called for a fair catch at the 21 by Austin Kreider, and that's where the Saints will take over on offense. 5:54 to go here in the
Austin Kreider.
third quarter. Saints up 6-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and WLEN.com. On first down, the give is to the running back.
Caleb Jefferson on the carry.
That's Caleb Jefferson, who picks up, we'll call it 2,
64.
out to the 23-yard line. Saints looking at 2nd and 8 from here.
Yeah, I would venture to say, Chris, I don't think we've thrown once on first down this whole entire game. Really keeping it conservative, and I guess with a 6-0 lead, we're going to keep it that way until something changes.
Neck takes. They're going to give it to Jefferson again up the middle. Out across the 30, still on his feet, fighting to the 35. Finally ridden down at the 38-yard line. Great run there for number 28.
That time, the battering ram kind of broke through. Even talking about them running the football between the tackles, they just didn't keep doing that. That time it broke through. If we can sustain that, we can have a few drives. We can wear this defense down and finally get that way. But we'll take that run and a good first down.
4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Saints up 6-0. Next going to fake it. It's going to roll out. That's Bianchi out across the 40, taken down. Looks like he'll be down
Pass complete to number 3, Abdul Hakim.
at the 40. That's a pickup of 2.
And on the stop, it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
And that brings up 2nd, and we'll call it a long 8, but all spotted at about the 40-yard line, so bring up 2nd and 8. Knack, 2 receivers right. Bianchi's the up man. 1 receiver left. Knack takes. That's a give up the middle. Jared Jordan on the carry. He'll pick up 1 out to the 41. And that brings up 3rd down here and 7.
And we've been in these spots the entire game and haven't had a lot of success. I know in the first half on 3rd downs, we were 4 of 8 in the first half, but 3rd and longs usually a little bit less of a percentage of success. So we'll see what the offense has dialed up here.
Saints go 2 receiver left, 1 right. They send Gerald King in motion from right to left. Neck takes. Looking, he's getting pressured, moving around in the pocket, throwing. It's Jared Jordan, caught. He's going to be shy of the first down, but had the catch there by Jared Jordan. Ball spotted. I think they're going to spot it about a yard short. They're going to spot it at the 40.
Christopher Shannon.
looks like the spot at the 47. Saints needed the 48.
That time again, not looking at any time to look downfield and throw the football, and just got it away to Jordan right before he was hit.
17, Keelan Johnson.
See if Mr. Meester can do one of his coffin corner kicks again.
Good snap there. Now we've got a flag here. False start here on the offense. Back them up 5 yards, and now they're going to boot it away.
It's plagued Siena today. They've had a few of those. A couple of them cost them first downs.
Caleb Meester's going to boot it away. Good snap. Great kick. And he called for a fair catch inside the 15 to the 13-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will take over on offense.
Yeah, Mr. Meester's been one of our MVPs so far early this season, Chris. Doing a great job kicking the football. That time, that situation inside the 20, which is exactly what you want to do as a punter. Maybe our defense can get us a little offense. What do you think?
Well, they show they can go get the football, that's for sure.
At some point, Robert Morris is going to have to start taking some chances here to get on the scoreboard, because it's getting late here in the third quarter, and it's not a huge lead, but still, you haven't scored. It hurts your confidence on offense when you have zeros on the scoreboard.
Kelly moved Johnson from left to right. Now back him up in the pistol. Takes. They're going to fake it to him. Now Kelly's going to roll. Looking for somewhere to go. Nowhere to go. Finally tosses it out of bounds. Great coverage on the back end.
Trey Claiborne down there just blanketing that receiver for Robert Morris. Nowhere to go. And Kelly, the quarterback, looked downfield and really nowhere. All he was looking at was Siena Heights' sideline. There was nobody there.
And Griffin Sobel was in hot pursuit.
Yeah, I think he almost took the official out there.
I think he did too. A 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Saints still lead at 6-0.
Looks like they marked him out of bounds before he threw the football.
Yeah, looks like he's going to lose yardage out to the 10-yard line. Now Kelly's going to throw it. Oh, nearly intercepted by Griffin Sobel. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Former quarterback right through his hands. Boy, it looked like he was thrown right to him, too.
Man, oh, man.
Wow. Good news, it's an incomplete pass, so he'll get credited for a pass breakup, but he had one right there for him.
Make some noise.
So 3rd and 12 here for the Eagles. Ball spotted at, call it the 11-yard line. Kelly's got Ed Clark out there for pass pro. He's going to throw it. They got 3 receivers left. Kelly takes. Looking, throwing across the middle. It's going to be caught. Taken down at the 23-yard line, and that's exactly what they needed for a first down. Man.
Nice job with Kelly there. He picked up the blitz, and he had enough time to get that ball over the middle for a nice pass and catch for a first down. So good job by Robert Morris there.
Looks like the game is good out to the 23-yard line, and it's good for an Eagle first down.
So 1:10 to go here in the third. Saints up 6-0. The Eagles with a fresh set of downs here. As Ed Clark and Kevon Johnson stay in the backfield, they send 2 receivers left, 1 in motion right. That's Comerford. Takes, gives. That's Johnson running right with some room and a flag.
17, Kevon Johnson, the ball carrier.
We're going to get a hold.
Cole Merlin in on the tackle there for the Saints.
Reese Crawford on the stop. Penalty marker down.
So I think this is coming back. On the whole, let's see what the call is.
Holding.
So it is going to be offensive holding here.
Holding against the Eagles.
So that'll back them up. We'll replay the down.
It's a 10-yard mark-off from the spot of the foul.
The ball be spotted at the 19-yard line.
To just short of the 19. It'll bring out 1st and 14.
So 1st and 14. Ball spotted at the 19 here for Kelly and the Eagles. Clark is the back. Kelly goes under center, takes. Fakes to Kelly, looking, wants to go deep. Looking, got a man, and it's going to be just through the hands of Comerford.
It's intended for number 11, Noah Comerford is incomplete.
But he had a step
2nd down and 14.
on Claiborne.
Yeah, Kelly that time, if he would deliver that ball to Comerford, might have had a touchdown. He got behind Claiborne and just threw it a little long. So we're lucky that he had a little stronger arm than he should have on that one.
Well, you don't see Claiborne get beat like that too often. So Kelly goes to the shotgun. Clark's in the backfield. 2 receivers left. Takes. They're going to give it to Clark up the middle. Met in the hole.
For Edward Clark, the ball carrier.
Looked like that was Nick Stallworth to make first contact. He'll stop him at the 23-yard line. And that brings up 3rd and 10.
Bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, watch out for Comerford here on 3rd down.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter up there.
And with that, the 3rd quarter comes to an end.
Eagles 0.
We'll stand with our previous score. Saints up 6-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN HD2 96.5 and WLEN.com.
This game's flying.
Jeez, oh Pete's. That last minute and a half of this first half was just long. Three. It's pretty good. Moving good. And welcome back. Start of the 4th quarter. Saints up 6-0. Saints defense on the field trying to get off it. Eagles with a 3rd and 10 at their own 23.
3rd down and 10 for the Eagles as we resume play here at the start of the 4th quarter.
And we'll see what our defense has up their sleeve here on this 3rd and long. Again, tip of the hat to them. They played a fantastic football game here today, and if we win this game, they'll be the primary reason why.
So they were looking like they were going to bring some pressure, and they drop out of it. They rush 4. Kelly looking, getting pressured, and he's going to get sacked. What a job there.
Javaris Jackson.
Looked like that was Javaris Jackson, the redshirt sophomore defensive lineman. 6'2", 285 out of Saginaw, comes up big for the Saints.
Jackson getting some playing time here early in the season, and comes up with a huge stop and big sack on the quarterback. And now we got a chance to get some field position and maybe add to our lead a little bit here, Chris.
Haas with his heels on his own goal line. Austin Kreider standing at his own 43. The boot. It's going to be coming up short, and Kreider has to go make a fair catch They'll spot him at the 49-yard line of the Eagles, and that's where the Saints will take over. And now they got some good field position here to start this drop-off.
Yeah, really nice job there on catching that football by Kreider, because that ball was low, kind of a line drive, knuckling ball, and if you let that bounce, as Robert Morris learned earlier in the game, it can go quite a ways. So he probably saved Siena some field position there by catching it on the fly.
And that's just a veteran move. So now the Saints start inside Eagle territory at Robert Morris 49. Next sends Tim Brown in motion. They're going to give it. That's Jared Jordan pushing his way for 3 yards out to the 46. On the 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, we keep hammering up the middle.
6-yard line, 2nd and 7, Saints.
Keep hammering and hammering, and we're hoping to bust one through here.
So Troy Kucha in the game at quarterback here for the Saints. He takes, gives, that's Jared Jordan, weaving his way out across the 40.
Number 4, Jared Jordan on the carry.
He'll get tackled at the 37. That's good for a Saints first down.
Jordan, after 3 quarters, only had 7 carries, but he's averaging almost 9 yards a carry. So fourth quarter might be a good time to go to Mr. Jordan, since he's had the most success of any of our running backs.
So Saints send 3 receivers. Check that, 2 receivers right. Dwan Smith on the right side of the formation. Tim Brown goes in motion from right to left. They give it to Jordan. Still on his feet, running across the 35.
Yeah, Jordan,
spot him at the 31.
Jordan's not real shifty, but he's really compact, and he's a hard runner. He'll come right at you. He's almost like a bowling ball. He's going to keep rolling downhill at you.
2nd and 5.
5'10", 210 out of Grosse Pointe Woods. And now we got a flag.
Another false start.
Looks like there's another false start here on the Saints offense. They're going to move it back, it looks like.
Oh.
Oh, offsides on the defense. Dominic Barbosa, the guilty party there, the interior defensive lineman.
We had a couple of those in the first half, and Robert Morris is repaying the favor here.
They'll take the 3 first down.
That's a huge one, too.
That's a big one.
First down.
That might be one of the first times, maybe after the first drive, we strung together 2 first downs in a row.
Troy Kucha stays out at quarterback, 2 receivers right. Dwan Smith the up back. They send Tim Brown in motion. Takes, gives. That's Jared Jordan running into a wall. I think he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at the 27-yard line for no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
57, Dominic Barbosa led the Eagle tacklers.
It seems like we're really following the center and right guard.
2nd and 10.
Pretty much on the run game here. That time not a whole lot of room, but again, we're just like a battering ram. We're just trying to knock down that door.
Jared Jordan checks out. Caleb Jefferson checks in for the Saints. Kucha takes, fakes, rolling to his right, throwing across his body, incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Pianchi, but couldn't haul it in. And that brings up 3rd down and 10.
Incomplete, 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, nice roll out there by Kucha. Just a little bit behind Pianchi, Abdur Hakim, and couldn't haul it in. So again, another 3rd and long here, but it'll be interesting if we don't get this first down if we take a shot at a field goal, because we're right on the cusp of field goal territory.
And that was a great ball fake from Kucha to Caleb Jefferson and rolling to his right. That's a tough throw to make, throwing across your body, rolling right. Kucha sends Brown in motion. They're going to give it up the middle, out to the 20. Goes Caleb Jefferson.
Yeah, big call here, because you're about 4th and 2. Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
I think this is the right call. I think they're gonna kick the field goal.
33.
Try to give yourself a 2-score lead here.
Jefferson comes up 3 yards short, first down in the Saints
That's the first field goal try for the Saints
This
this
is
year.
the
huh?
first field goal try for the Saints this year, I believe. Yes.
Second on to attempt the
Anthony
field
Secchi
goal.
getting his shot here to.
There's the snap, kicks up. I think he pushed it left. He did. Secchi says that went in.
Field goal
Everybody else is saying it went in.
to the left.
Oh, now they're going to see if they can take a look at it. Well, I mean, they're going to get together and talk about it.
Well, I think there might be an injured player.
There is an injured player.
Yeah, I would think that the guy sitting underneath the goalpost would have a good look at it.
And it went towards the left post.
It looked like it sailed left, but
Well, we don't see that often from a kicker throwing their hands up like, what are you talking about? I sailed it left.
yeah, well, and I'm guessing it was wide left because it looked like it sailed a little bit left.
So the injured Eagles gonna walk off under his own power.
Yeah, but nice to get those points there to make it a two-score game. Because the way this game is going, really, 2 scores is pretty much going to do it unless something crazy happens. The way these defenses have played today.
And that was about a 37, 38-yard field goal, and there was plenty of distance there, which bodes well.
Brand new kicker, he graduated Brady Tanguay last year, pretty much a 4-year starter. So, it's hard once you get in the game action. It's a little different to boot those through the uprights.
He was one of the best kickers in NAI football.
Yeah.
And that's a tough loss. So you're going to have some of those growing pains early. All right, so Kelly and the Eagles take over at their own 20. That's...
Whoa, good hit there.
Eating up there is Devon Johnson.
Hayden Sluter getting in on that action.
33, Hayden Sluter on the stop.
Sluter, another one of those linebackers that they really like. He's not the starter, but he's probably the next in line once a couple of those seniors graduate next year. They really like him, a sophomore.
It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
So they're going to say he picked up a yard on the run, so brings up 2nd and 9 from the 21. We'll send trips left. All spotted at the far hash mark. Kelly with Johnson in the backfield. Saints come with pressure. Rolling. It's going to be caught out across the 25 to the 20. Looks like they'll spot him as a 27-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. Brings up 2nd and third down about 3.
Yeah, Kelly that time, nice ball, get rid of it across his body, nice little out route.
Coming up for the Eagles.
Third down, another third down here. Saints defense, can they rise up one more time and they can play?
So they'll spot him at the 28. So they're saying 3rd and 2 here. Saints looking to get off the field. Boy, it sure looks like a throw here. It's going to be caught out across the 30 for a first down. Taken down by Calorie and Claiborne. Out across the 35 to the 36. Good for a Eagles first down.
Yeah, Kelly's been able to deliver some of these balls on third down, keep some drives going here. That's really been like the time possession difference. A lot of Norths have strung together a few first downs on some drives. Siena has really struggled to do that throughout this game.
Kelly with one receiver left, one right. Looking to throw. Looking, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Noah Comerford, but good coverage there. Trevon Claiborne. There's been a couple times where Kelly's thrown a ball to a receiver with a small window and just overthrew him.
Yeah, that ball that time uncatchable, and even if it was, Claiborne was in great position to make that play.
8:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. Saints up 6-0. Kelly, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Johnson in the backfield. Kelly takes. He wants to throw it. Does. He's got a man open. That's out across the 40 to the 50, 45. Still on his feet, 40. Taken down hard by Trevon Claiborne is Kevon Johnson. Boy, he is their Swiss Army knife on offense.
He came out of the backfield uncovered that time, and had to get some space. He's going to go, and he got to the sideline and picked up a good 25 yards for first down.
So now the Eagles on the big play inside Saint territory, inside the 35 at the 34. It's 1st and 10 from there. Kelly with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Takes, looking, got him. Go, and the ball's out! Ball's out, who's got it? Saints say they do, and they do! Andrew Loria comes up with it. Trent Moore laid the wood.
And the Saints recover.
Wow!
Morrow that time on the safety blitz came in, blindsided Kelly, and no chance on that try. And Loria there, scoop it up. Defense comes through again, Chris.
On the 32-yard line.
That's what the doctor ordered here. Boy.
Oh, Morrow, boy, he can hit. I'll tell you, this whole defense, they can really hit. Usually a secondary isn't more of a cover secondary in today's college football, but boy, we have some people that can really deliver the blow.
You know what? Credit Ron Shields there, because that was so well disguised. They had no idea Trent Moore was coming off the edge. And now the offense is back out to give up the middle for a gain of about 1.5 yards for Jared Jordan. Troy Kucha still in at quarterback here for the Saints.
Teddy Kirkland led the Eagle tacklers. Pick up a 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8.
So brings up 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line.
Taking a lot of time here to get this play call in.
Play clock's down to 12. Game clock's down to 7:20. They send a man in motion. Kucha takes, looking, wants to throw. Found a man out across the 45.
Troy Kucha's pass is complete to number 19, Jalen Young.
Jalen Young on the reception.
By 26, Christopher Conway.
Yeah, the offense today, Chris, really looking pretty conservative. Our quarterbacks are really not looking down the field. Part of that is I know our pass protection hasn't been the best, but with two quarterbacks that really haven't established themselves as passers, maybe that's the other reason. They just don't want to turn the ball over, and as long as they've got the lead, they're content on keeping the ball on the ground and just in front of everybody and taking what they can get.
So 3rd and 6 here. Ball at the Saint 46. Kucha takes, gives, Jordan trying to push forward for a couple yards. He's not going to get the first down.
57.
He may have picked up a yard.
Let the Eagle tackle.
Now the Saints are going to have to boot it away.
Well, they're in good hands with Caleb Meester. He's had a really solid day today. They're a field position expert or specialist, I should say.
Formation 17, Kevon Johnson.
Averaging about 47 yards a boot today, and today it's more, or right now it's about getting the ball inside the 20. Can he do it one more time?
Good snap. Great punt. That's going to take a big hop into the end zone. Cole Merlin tried to save it, but
didn't have his wand that time.
Didn't have it that time.
It'll be 1st and 10 to Robert Morris.
Boy, you like to see that leg strength, though. That's a really good sign to see. You know, that's going to come in handy this year.
For me, punter is one of the most underrated positions on the team because it's all about changing field position. And when you got a weapon like that that can get you out of some trouble but also pin people down deep, it really, changes the game. And Robert Morris, you look at their field position today, they had great field position most of this game. And even though that one went through the end zone, starting on their own 20 is certainly not the best position you want to be for an offense.
So now the Eagles offense back out on the field. Clark and Johnson in the game at running back here for the Eagles. Kelly takes, looking, stepping up, rolling to his right, avoiding pressure, throwing across his body. Incomplete. He had a man coming at him, but he threw it a little too high, a little too hot. It falls incomplete.
Kelly again running for his life against our defensive line there in hot pursuit, and again, he's just happy to get that ball out before he got delivered on.
The clock says 5:35 here to go on the incompletion. Saints still up 6-0. Second and 10 here for Kelly and the Eagles. Takes, looking, throwing, and that ball's going to go incomplete. Good coverage there from Trevon Claiborne. That ball looked like it was going to go into the arms of Noah Comerford, but Claiborne able to stay with the play, not give up, knock the ball out for an incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Well, Claiborne is definitely padding his all-conference resume today. He had a fantastic day, and that time he was pestering that receiver to not even give him a chance to haul that football in.
So big 3rd down here for the Saints defense. They want to get off the field. It's 3rd and 10. Quinn Kelly is the quarterback with 3 receivers right. Looking that way. Throwing. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down immediately by Trevon Claiborne. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Not good enough for a 1st down. The Saints force a punt.
That'll be 4th down and 3 for the Eagles.
Yeah, even though he caught that football, he had nowhere to go. Claiborne put him down as soon as he caught it.
Drops deep for the Saints.
So now Gabe Calorie will field this one back for the Saints, standing at his own 31-yard line. It takes a long time to get that ball ready here. Calorie's going to field it at his own 31. Try to make a couple man miss. He'll pick up just a couple of yards. Looks like they'll spot him at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line, and that's where the Saints offense will take over.
Well, Chris, 4:44 left. 6-0. It's getting late early, and we can actually put together about 3 or 4 first downs. We almost could run this clock out without scoring another point. I mean, here's where our offense really can do us a favor here. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to get a touchdown, but 2 or 3 first downs would seriously hamper Robert Morris's ability to come back.
Kuchar remains in at quarterback for the Saints. They've got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Caleb Jefferson is the running back. Kuchar takes. They're going to give it to Jefferson. Running left. Out across the 40, 45, 50. Taken out of bounds.
Caleb Jefferson
at the 43-yard line. What a run there by Caleb Jefferson, running over left tackle Jack Scassaway.
And Jefferson still a little tentative when he hits the line of scrimmage. Boy, when he learns to really hit that hole hard, he's really going to take off as a running back because he's got all the tools. That time he had plenty of openings and turned on the Jets.
Kuchar takes. Why not? Give it to him again. This time doesn't work as well. He's going to lose yards. He's going to lose 2. Back out to the 45. That's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
64. So 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they're definitely taking their time.
They're definitely taking their time, absolutely.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts, so plenty of chance to stop the clock yet.
Kucha takes. Going to fake it to Jefferson. It's a design keep. He's going to scramble forward. Trying to get back to the initial line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 1 out to the 44. That brings up 3rd and 11.
Kenny Kirkland on the stop.
Boy, it'd be really nice to get a first down here. Coming up on 3:20 left to go. First down would probably allow or force Robin Morris to start taking some timeouts to stop the clock. Gotta hurry here.
Gotta hurry. Play clock's at 9. Kucha's got to get everybody set. Play clock at 4. Trying to send a man in motion. Takes. Must have got it off in time. They're going to stack the line. That's
19, Billy Johnson.
going to lose yardage. They're going to take a timeout of the Eagles.
We're bring up 4th down and 14 for the Saints.
That's going to bring up 4th and 14 out of the punting situation here for the Saints. Well, and that just was, they just couldn't get set, couldn't quite get the play in time. And now it kind of was a mess from the get-go.
Yeah, we're winning right now, and hopefully we can hang on to pull this one out. But certainly there's questions to be answered on offense moving forward, because we're going to be facing some teams that are very high-powered, and as good as our defense is, we can't expect them to be throwing shutouts the rest of the way. So our offense is going to have to figure some things out here over the next couple weeks. Next week they go on the road at St. Ambrose, Iowa, and I'm sure that'll be a different test. So we're going to have to figure out some offensive strategies here very quickly. Keep that winning side going.
Caleb Meester's going to boot it away. He's been good today.
We even be very good right now.
Good snap. And
There
he
it
gets
is.
a good kick.
Very good.
It's going to take a big Saint bounce inside the 10.
That's textbook.
Out of bounds at the 5. Caleb Meester.
Great punt.
What a day.
That was textbook.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own
And I think I might have
5-yard
said
line.
this a few times before in previous broadcasts, but you know, you don't really see the coffin corner kicks like they used to
You definitely do
back
not.
in the 70s and 80s with Ray Guy and all those top punters, and that's a lost art. But Caleb Meester, wow, putting on a show today with his leg.
There's no doubt about that. And that takes a lot of skill and a lot of confidence to be able to put it in such a small window. So now ball at the 5. Robert Morris with 1st and 10. Kelly in the shotgun takes. Looking, throwing. It's going to be caught. Blown tackle out across the 10 to the 15. See where they spot him. Nope, they're going to say he's out short of the 1st down at the 12-yard line.
Well, 2:42 left. They got a lot of field to go, and there's no field goal really for Robert Morris. It's touchdown or bust at this point in the game.
So clock stops on the out-of-bounds run. Kelly directing traffic, play clock at 10. He gets set in the shotgun, takes. Looking left, getting pressured, and he goes down, sacked at about the 2-yard line. Andrew Loria able to grab the shoelaces and bring him down.
Yeah, that time, just Loria just driving through his lineman to make that play. They're inside the 1 right now. They're in some deep water. So the defense, if they can hold here, we might be able to salt this one away.
What a play by Andrew Loria. The Saints faithful getting loud. Kelly takes, and we got a flag. And this one's going to go against the offense. False start.
Against the Eagles.
If they move the ball back any further,
yeah,
they might just end up in the end zone.
Yeah, if you're going to have a penalty, it might be the time to do it because you're not really moving.
Distance to the goal takes it to the 6-inch line.
Well, there's where Saints got to be careful because this is one of those kind of you got nothing to lose type plays for Robert Morris. So be careful, keep everybody in front of you, and just they got a long way to go for a first down.
Keep your hands off the receiver. No flags here.
Make some noise, Saints fans. Make some noise.
1:51 to go. Saints up 6-0. Robert Morris at third and forever. At the goal line. Takes Kelly looking, throwing down the field. And he overthrew his man. Trevon Claiborne in coverage. There was nothing there.
Kelly's pass intended for a man, incomplete.
I don't see any flags.
No flags.
Well, what do you do here if you're Robert Morris? You're kind of, you're going to punt.
You have to punt. I mean, you still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
So there's a small saving grace here for Robert Morris, but, I mean, Gabe Calloway's going to be back to field this punt, and he's going to stand at the 40-yard line, 45-yard line.
If I were Calloway, I wouldn't get anywhere near that football.
I agree.
Just let it bounce.
Play clock at 7. They're going to have to get it off. Here's the snap. Kicks away. Calloway tracking it. He's going to catch it. Just inside the 50. Calloway coming the other way, out across the 30. Taken down at the 37, at the 38-yard line, and that's where the offense is going to take over.
Brought down by 73, Jay Connery.
Well, Eagles 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock a couple times. But I'm not expecting the Saints to do anything except run the football, because that's what they've done pretty much the entire day. They're going to try to drain these timeouts, and if they can get a few yards to boot, great. But I don't think they're in first down mode. They're just in trying to run the clock mode at this point. Take those golden 6 points and go.
Yes, no doubt about that. So 1:33 to go. Troy Kucha and the Saints offense out on the field. Ball spotted at the Eagle 38. They send Tim Brown in motion. Kucha takes, gives. That's Jared Jordan trying to weave his way through. He'll get to the 35, to the 34-yard line. Eagles take a timeout. Just like you predicted, Doug. I mean, man. That's amazing.
It's shocking.
It's a gift.
And a curse.
And a curse.
Again on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
Well, the game took an interesting turn that after that initial drive and the 21-yard score from Jared Jordan, we thought, oh, boy, we could be in for something today. And it's turned into a defensive slugfest.
I mean, it's really reminiscent of watching an Ohio State-Michigan football game around 1978, where, both these teams are not going to go crazy on offense, let their defense play, and it's 3 yards in a cloud of burnt tires or whatever they got on the field. Because it's been really, both teams have been pretty conservative in their play calling, and really the defensive shined today, and obviously the punters have played more almost than some of the starters on offense or defense.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, the Eagles have never beat the Saints. Not that much mattered, but last year Siena Heights beat Robert Morris 40-0. Now you look at it, and at 6-0, this is you give Robert Morris a lot of credit here.
Good football team.
Good football team. Kucha is going to give it away to Jared Jordan, trying to make a man miss.
Jared Jordan
Back to the 34, no more. Maybe pick up a yard to the 33, but looks like they're going to hold firm at the 34. So that's going to be third and 6 now from the 34-yard line, and Robert Morris calls another timeout. Hey, I wanted to mention one other thing while you're here. You got something very special happening in October, and I wanted to make mention of it because we talked a little bit about Fred Smith earlier, and he's going to have there's something very special for him on October 12th.
Well, we're going to induct Fred into our Athletic Hall of Fame. Usually we do the Hall of Fame. It's our 20th anniversary on homecoming weekend. This year we decided to do something a little special with Fred retiring here in July. Been with the university 42 plus years now. He's the only one we're going to induct. We're going to do it in the field house where he spent most of his adult life. And, we're going to have a great night. And homecoming weekend, Saturday night, October 12th, should be a blowout. We really hope people will turn out. Fred's an Adrian native, knows everybody in pretty much a 90-mile radius around here. So, going to be a great time, October 12th.
He's the best, and he deserves it as Kucha takes the low snap. They're going to give it to Caleb Jefferson, plowing forward to the, looks like they'll spot him at the 30-yard line. That's going to be short of a first down. The Eagles can't stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. It's going to tick to 1:05 here in the fourth quarter. 28 seconds left on the game clock.
Interesting here. We're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it, which maybe they're going to make the Eagles maybe jump off sides here. Let's see what the hard count is.
I wouldn't snap the football.
I wouldn't snap the football either, but Kucha, he tried the hard count. I don't think they're going to either. I think the Saints are going to burn their first time out of the half. Play clock's at 5 now. They're not going to snap this football. And head coach Matt Cohen takes the timeout with 1 second left. That's good clock management there by the staff.
Yeah, 36 seconds, and you know, all you got to do now is get a good long snap to Caleb Meester and let Meester put it high up, and even if he gets it in the end zone, you're still in good shape because you're gaining about 10 yards of field position. And 30 seconds to go, you know, 80-plus yards. I'll take that bet against our defense. Now,
if you decided to go for a field goal here, you're looking at what, a 45, 6-yard field goal attempt?
For sure, but I think we've got a brand new kicker. Obviously, he missed an extra point in the field goal today, so, you know, still kind of breaking in. Doesn't have a lot of confidence. Plus, there's a lot of things that can go wrong on the field goal, block field goal. So, well, we're not even going to punt. It looks like we're going
to go for it.
Just going to do what we've done the whole game, probably. Just run it between the tackles.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to bring in Jared Jordan. He's the bell cow. They're going to send Tim Brown in motion. The give is to Jared Jordan. He's not going to get it. Stopped up fourth down. It's a turnover on down.
47, Kenny Kirkley.
Interesting choice here not to punt the football versus running it, because even punting takes a few more seconds to execute. That only took 4 seconds on that running play, so they got 32 seconds, and they got the ball at the 33-yard line. So,
well, even if you punt it to the track behind the uprights, you'd still move the ball back 10 yards.
But you would have taken a few more seconds.
And you would have taken a lot more time off the clock. So interesting call there.
Yeah, well, keep everybody in front of you at this point.
Yep. So they're not going to change a lot of what they do defensively here. They're in their base 4-3 as Kelly's looking, getting hot feet, getting chased down, getting hounded, and he's going to throw it incomplete. Looking for Comerford, who broke free just at the last minute, but Kelly was under duress that whole play.
Those are the dangerous ones, though, because he bought himself a little bit more time, and Homerford was open and just couldn't get him the football. But Saints got 3 more plays here to lock down this win.
25 seconds left. Kelly with 3 receivers right, 1 left.
Somebody moved.
But
it wasn't us.
That's the right guard. He had some happy feet. Looks like that was Ian Chapman, the Seaside, California native, 6'3", 220.
5-yard penalty, illegal procedure. Brings up 2nd and 15.
So now 2nd and 15 here for the Eagles. Kelly takes, looking, throwing. That's going to be incomplete.
Whoa. Almost tried to
in the hands of his receiver, then Nick Stallworth jarred it loose. Looked like it was up for grabs for just a second.
Tried that hook and ladder play there. It looks like they trying to maybe flip it to somebody else.
Yep.
But we were there. We had it covered. Well, 2 more plays now.
So 3rd and 15 from their own 28. 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Saints up 6-0. Kelly takes, looks left, then looks right, then looks back left. Escapes the pocket. He's going to run it out across the 35, out across the 40, the 45, out of bounds there. Clock's going to stop at 13 seconds. Gets himself a first down. Ball spotted at the Saints 45. Oof.
Bought them some time, but it did take a few seconds off that clock. So I'd say they've got max 3 plays left in this one. Just keep everybody.
Well, they need a touchdown. Field goal does them no good. Saints lead at 6-0.
Keep everybody in front of you.
Kelly, they stack 2 receivers to the right. Clark is in the backfield for pass pro. Takes. Kelly looking, pushing it downfield. It's going to be intercepted. Gabe Kelly almost had his second of the night.
Right on the numbers.
Man.
Kelly's pass intended for
A lot easier than the second one. A lot easier than the first
down
one.
and 10.
Yes, 7 seconds left. You know, really, this might be the last play if they throw it up deep. So we'll see. Watch out for the trick play here, but again, we just got to, even if they make a catch, just keep it from the end zone. I think this game is over.
Gallery was pointing towards his face mask. That it hit me in the face mask. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Kelly in the shotgun. Ed Park in the backfield. Kelly takes, looks, steps up, and he's going to run it. Nope, he's going to throw it. Unloads one. Clock hits zeros, and it's going to be picked off, and the game is over. Trenton Morrow ices it for the Saints. And that's how this one is going to end. Saints win it 6-0. They go to 2-0 and stay undefeated against Robert Morris.
Not the prettiest game, but for